Welcome back to the Operation Freedom YouTube channel. What we do here is shine the light of truth on the deep state. They hate that. We do it figuratively with our presentations. We do it literally with our sponsor's product, PatriotLegacy.com. PatriotLegacy.com, featured product of theirs, the Patriot Beacon. 6 overall lighting functions. In addition, solar powered, don't need batteries. You can charge your other devices like your phone from it. In addition, you got a compass, you got a window breaking hammer, and you got a seatbelt cutter. Plus, if those deep state dweebs get just a little bit too close to you, blast them with this. They're gone. Go to patrioticlegacy.com, patrioticlegacy.com. Get yourself, your kids, your grandkids, your car. Can carry it with you anytime. patrioticlegacy.com, the Patriot Beacon. But they're trying to open the borders beyond blocking the wall being built. The New Way Forward Act. This bill provides an overhaul of enforcing immigration laws and a private pathway for illegal aliens who were previously removed, including violent criminals, to come back to the United States. Just between 2002 and 2018, 480,000 aliens were deported back to their home countries from this country. 5383. Remember that number in the House, 5383. Would bring all those folks back. It was introduced December 10th, 2019 by Jesus Garcia from the 4th Congressional District in Illinois. A globalist. Garcia has over 40 co-sponsors now, including AOC, Tlaib, Omar, the squad. Not surprising, right? I'll read to you from the bill. A bill to reform the process for enforcing the immigration laws of the United States and for other purposes. A short title, this act may be cited as the New Way Forward Act. Doesn't it sound so positive? Title 1. End mandatory detention and require probable cause for arrest. Not later than 48 hours after taking an alien into custody, the Secretary of Homeland Security, according to this act, shall make an initial custody determination with regard to that alien. Within 48 hours, the Secretary of Health and of Homeland Security. What? When's the last time anything got done within 48 hours by the government? And provide that determination in writing to the alien. If the Secretary determines that the release without conditions of an alien will not reasonably assure the appearance of the alien as required, in other words, if the alien is a flight risk, is not going to show up back for court, or will endanger the safety of other persons or the community, the custody determination will impose the least restrictive conditions. So if you have somebody who previously was deported from the United States pending criminal charges such as attempted murder and now is coming back, they are not to be held in the most restrictive, according to this law, in the least restrictive conditions. I kid you not. It goes on. Timing. If an alien seeks to challenge the initial custody determination, the alien shall be provided with the opportunity for a hearing before an immigration judge to determine whether the alien should be detained, which hearing shall occur not later than 72 hours after the initial custody determination. Okay, so let's say a miracle happens and the Secretary of Homeland Security, by the way, they have nothing else to do, right? Okay. The Secretary of Health and of Homeland Security renders a decision on the alien within 48 hours. The likelihood of that is very small, right? But let's say that happens. And the alien says, oh, no, I disagree with that. That alien has to have a hearing not later than 72 hours after that determination. You know our judicial system. What's the chance they're going to get a hearing within 72 hours? Except that an immigration judge may grant a reasonable continuance upon the alien's request for additional time to prepare for the hearing. Now, wait a minute. The alien can say, wait a minute, I want a continuation because I got to get my legal representation all set. But the government can't do that and ask for a delay in the hearing. No. Presumption of release, the next part of the act. In a hearing under this subsection, there shall be a rebuttal presumption that the alien should be released. Presumption that the alien should be released. The government shall have the duty of rebutting this presumption by clear and convincing evidence based on credible and individualized information that establishes that the use of alternatives to detention will not reasonably assure the appearance of the alien at the removal proceedings, or that the alien is a threat to another person or the community. The fact that an alien has a prior conviction or a criminal charge pending against the alien may not be the sole factor to justify the continued detention of the alien. Least restrictive conditions required. If an immigration judge determines pursuant to a hearing under this section that the release without conditions of an alien will not reasonably assure the appearance of the alien, in other words, the judge determines this person's going to never show up for court again, or will endanger the safety of another person or the community, wait, listen to this now, the judge shall order the least restrictive conditions. I kid you not. Bond determination. You'll love this. In the case that an immigration judge makes a determination to release an alien on bond, in other words, I think you're a flight risk, or I think you're a menace to the community if I let you out, you're going to have to post bond for you to get released. The immigration judge shall consider, get this, for purposes of setting the amount of the bond, the alien's financial resources and ability to pay the bond without imposing financial hardship on the alien. So the alien gets in front of the judge, says, well, wait a minute, judge, I'm not releasing you. When you were here, you were deported on attempted murder charges. I think you're a potential menace to the community. I'm setting a $5,000 bond. Alien goes, I got $1.54 in my pocket, judge. Now, according to this New Way Forward Act, that would cause financial hardship for me, that $5,000. And in fact, I got $1.54 in my pocket. Even if you charge me $1, that's a financial hardship. So I'm petitioning that I just be released without bond. And according to the act, that's what would happen. Mandatory detention of aliens, according to this act, is repealed. Title V of the Act. Prohibition against performance of immigration officer functions by state and local officers and employees. Section 287, subsection G of the Immigration Nationality Act is amended to read as follows. The officers and employees of any state or any political subdivision of the state, so state or local, are prohibited from performing the function of an immigration officer in relation to the investigation, apprehension, transport, or detention of aliens in the United States or otherwise assist in the performance of such functions. In other words, nobody at the state level, local level, sheriff, and across the board can have anything to do with arresting an illegal alien because they're here illegally. Decriminalizing migration, Title VI. Repealing migration criminal laws. Criminal penalties for entry at improper time or place, Section 275 of the Immigration Nationality Act, is repealed with this act. So if you come across a border in our country at an improper time or place, there's no criminal penalty for that with this act. Criminal penalties for entry. You'll love this. Section 276 of the Immigration Nationality Act is repealed. So if you've been kicked out of the country for illegally entering and now you come back, there's no criminal penalty for reentry. Title VII. They create an entire new right for illegal aliens. The right to come home. I kid you not. Ready? Now, this is the part that Tucker was talking about. He didn't talk about that other stuff. But he talked about a certain portion of this. This is Title VII, the right to come home. reconsidering and reopening immigration cases. Attorney General of the United States shall grant a motion to reconsider or reopening procedures with respect to any alien who on or after April 24th, 1996 was ordered removed, deported, or excluded. So every person removed, deported, or excluded from this country since April 24th, 1996, well, according to this act, their entire case can be reopened. Entire. But it gets worse. And this is what Tucker talked about, just this part. Transportation. The Secretary of Homeland Security shall provide transportation for aliens eligible for reopening or reconsideration of their proceedings under this section at government expense. In other words, at taxpayer expense. To return to the United States for further immigration proceedings and shall admit or parole the alien into the United States. In other words, from anybody removed, deported, or excluded from our country from April 24th, 1996 until today, United States taxpayers are to pay the freight for that person coming back and reopening their case in the United States. I'm not making it up. What to do? Well, the bill number is 5383. You have a congressperson. You have 2 senators. And then you have President Trump. Here's what you need to do. And you've been great on this before. You need to do it again and flood the phone lines. Call your congressperson, call your 2 senators, call the White House. Tell them, Bill 5383 should not pass into law. Period. The havoc, the chaos this would cause is exactly what the deep state wants. The impact on your health and well-being with the passage of this act is enormous. They want you focusing on the coronavirus. That's a targeted, I believe, bioweapon to get everybody all wound up so that you don't know what they're really up to. And what they're up to is what they're trying to do with this New Way Forward Act. And what they're trying to do, as was outlined by Brandon Smith, to divert your attention from what's happening with the takedown of our everything bubble that has been created over decades' time. More information, more content. Always available on our radio show every Sunday, 2 to 5 Eastern. Always available. We upload information on the public side at davejanda.com on a regular basis, but where the real meat of the matter is, where the in-depth information with great guests, great analysis, is on the subscription side for a mere $9 a month. I believe the biggest bang for the buck in all the internet. By becoming a subscriber, you support this YouTube channel, you support the website, you support the radio show. Without our subscribers, all of it goes away. I hope you become part of our freedom family. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thank you for your time today.